Start. Abhijit.
Yes, sir.
Now it is streaming, and I am giving you the link.
হ্যাঁ, সেন্ড করুন দেখি একটু। স্যার আপনার ইকো হচ্ছে, যে কোনো একটা অফ করুন। হ্যাঁ স্যার, হচ্ছে। স্যার স্যার আমি দেখতে পাচ্ছি, মানে আমার সাবস্ক্রাইব করা আছে।
অভিজিৎ হচ্ছে তো?
দেখছি তো ইউটিউবে।
হ্যাঁ,
আমি ইউটিউবে দেখছি তো, হচ্ছে।
বাস, ওকে ওকে।
হ্যাঁ, ইউটিউবে হচ্ছে স্যার।
Very good evening to all of you, my dear students of the Geoinformatics course, certificate and diploma. Today we are meeting in this web platform for organizing this student seminar, and in this seminar the all groups will present their prepared dissertation or their works, that's their study. So first of all, I welcome you all, and in this platform, besides the students, our teachers, Dipankar Saha and Abhijit Sen, both are with us. So welcome to all of you. First of all, I may invite the first group. Which is the first group to present this seminar? Dipankar?
Yes, sir. Hello.
গ্রুপ এ কারা আছো? মাসুদ?
Yes, sir.
তোমরা গ্রুপ এ?
Yes, sir.
প্রেজেন্ট করো।
Masud Karim, the group leader of the group A. You may start your presentation.
Sir, preliminary part will be covered by our group member Shubham Kumar Roy. Now I am presenting the PPT.
Okay. Present, please.
Hello. So good evening, everyone. Today I am very much pleased to present our research work, which is entitled as Land Use and Land Cover Change Detection Analysis, special reference to urban growth of Durgapur Municipal Corporation, West Bengal, using RS and GIS technique. First of all, according to Clark, concentration of urban population in a particular sector, which is known as urbanization. Most of the important urban sector or civilization was developed beside the river. The planned urbanization is very much precious for our society. In case the unplanned urbanization is a curse of our society. As per UNDP report, the rate of urbanization is very much high as per developed or underdeveloped countries rather than developed countries rather than developed countries. According to census, the rate of urbanization in India is 31.9%. The study area of our Durgapur municipal is the fourth largest urban agglomeration in our West Bengal. This municipal corporation was established nearly 1961 as their geographical area covered by 154.2 square kilometer and 43 wards are available in that particular place. So those are the objectives of our research work. That particular the database, primary and secondary sources of data, which was used to construct our research. There is a secondary data. We are classified it into two basic categories, which is spatial and non-spatial. And another is the primary source. Particular primary source basically used to photo collection and the oral interview of local people to impact of urbanization in particular field of that particular place. And another is to collect the GCP point. That is our methodology. At first, that methodology based on qualitative and quantitative methods. Primarily, we are downloaded lots of research paper and journals from open source platform, and that the comprehensive knowledge we are derived that particular journals and research. Then after that, we are classified those data as per tabulation and sorting, summarized, and the map preparation and presentation will be was done by QGIS and ArcGIS. MS Excel has a lot of quantitative and qualitative analysis has been done with the help of MS Excel, and the total our research work based on that particular methodology, that the diagram will be shown that part our screen. So that's all. Next part of our research work will be discussed by Retina Datta.
Thank you, Shubham. Good evening, everybody, and to all my respected teachers. Now I am going to describe two topics: literature review and physiographic characteristics. When we did the research, we divided the literature review into 3 points. The points are national, international, and state level. And here to showing the importance review. My next and last topic is physiographic characteristics of study area. A table is shown here relative to our research area, and this season these are the output of a such physiographic characteristics. And here you can see this is rainfall distribution image, this is temperature distribution image, and this is topographical image. Here highest elevation value 124 meters and lowest elevation value 56 meter. This is the vegetation map, and it is drainage map. Within 30 years time spent, highest temperature 40 degrees centigrade and lowest temperature 10 degrees centigrade. Thank you. Now next part will be covered by Debayut Bhomik.
Good evening to all my respected teachers. Now I am going to describe 3 topics, that is demographic characteristics, male-female ratio, population density of the city. My first topic is demographic characteristics, population growth. Population growth is caused exclusively by the operation of fertility, mortality, and migration. I am presenting some graphs on the screen. Now I am describing second one, that is male-female ratio. The female-male ratio of the study area was 871 female per 1000 male in 2001, which has been changed to 119 females per 1000 males. And my last topic is population density. Population density is measurement of the number of people in an area. It is an average number. I am presenting a table on the screen. Thank you. Now next part will be covered by MD Samiari.
Good evening, sir. Educational status. I explain. The education status is a vital part of a government gateway account so a citizen can see and track their education throughout their lifetime where appropriate educational attainment or level of education of individuals. Health facilities. A health facility is in general in a location where healthcare is provided. Health facilities range from small clinics and doctors' offices to urgent care centers and large hospitals with elaborate emergency rooms and trauma centers and transport network. A transport network or transportation network is a network or graph in geographic space describing an infrastructure that permit and constrains movement of or flow. And next part explain Masood Karim.
Good evening, respected teachers and our students. I will cover the discussion and result part of our study. The land use and land cover. Here, what is land? Land actually is solid surface is called land, and land cover all the physical and biological ecosystem is actually land cover, and what we use as our daily life, like we are using the agricultural lands or bare lands for like our home and industrial areas. That's when it converted as, or we can call it as a land use. So here land use and land cover maps, we actually we have a temporal resolution of 10 years. We have data from 1990 to 2021. Actually, this map is showing a land use land cover map of 1990. Here here settlement values are 4.42 and vegetation values are 40.7. And next in land use land cover map of 2000, the values of settlements are increasing. There we can see 16.49 is settlement value and vegetation value is 25.95. And next land use land cover map of 2011, we can see here the settlement and vegetation value are nearly similar. And in the year of 2021, land use land cover map is shown here. The settlement values are all increased in the peak, and healthy vegetations are decreasing respectively. And the accuracy assessment part, this accuracy assessment is a very important and a very reliable thing to validate our research work. Here we use a technique that called kappa coefficient. This technique is vastly used in remote sensing as and GIS platform. Here the strength of agreement, you can see in the table the value of kappa and strength of agreement. Here we describe the results as like value of k. You can see in number 5 or number 4, 0.41 to 0.60 is actually moderate, and 0.61 to 0.80 is actually good. So in our study, in our research, we get the kappa coefficient result, overall result 0.76. That means the serial number 5, 0.61 to 0.80, we get the result as good. In the next part, the change detection. Change detection analysis is a most important analysis for urban growth research work. And here in 1990 to 2000 and 2000 to 2011 and nextly 2011 to 2021, we discussed and we elaborated the LULC maps for change detection. Here you can see the barren lands, healthy vegetations, industrial areas, playgrounds, rivers, and all other land covers are actually converting to built-up areas. This actually shows the changes that from the year of 1990 to 2021. In this 30 year of time span, we actually got 43.77% of land cover changes into built-up areas actually. So that's all for my presentation, and next part will be covered by Atikur Islam.
Good evening, respected sir and my dear student. Now I will discuss the problem of study area. 1. Temperature rise. The summer season in Durgapur is characterized by excessive heat. However, the average summer temperature lies somewhere between 20 degrees centigrade and 35 degrees centigrade. Next, water scarcity. Water crisis in Durgapur town is due to depletion of capacity of feeder canal of Damodar river due to siltation. Next, population of water. The river is polluted with toxic pollutants, ammonia, phenol, cyanide, sulfate, and mercury from the sewers. Next, pollution of air. Carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, hydrocarbons, etc. emitted from factories are mixed in the air and polluted the air. In addition to the above problem, there are several man-made problems present, such as pollution of noise, degradation of land, slum, overcrowding, traffic, solid waste, etc. Now, next part will be covered Mortaz Alam.
Good evening, everyone. Now I am going to discuss the possible solutions of the problems that have arisen. So, Durgapur Municipal Corporation should be undertaken afforestation programs so that the natural balance will be restored. In addition, waste of water has to be stopped and waste should be dumped at designated places to prevent water pollution and water crisis. And also, urban sprawl and expansion of the city should be controlled, and for this, city plan must be adopted. Next. My next slide is the major findings. Overpopulation, urbanization, and industrialization that accelerates the process of overcrowding and pressure on the open spaces. Not only that, the problems of slum dwellers and intents to access the supply of water, condition of drains and infrastructure, etc. Also, traffic condition is severe. Okay, sir. Here it is mentioned that the vegetation cover is Durgapur city was 61.37 square km in 1990, which has been decreased to 19.92 square km in 2021. And finally, conclusion. In the conclusion, we may conclude that the urbanization process is a very dynamic process. Over the time, rate of urbanization will increase, industrialization and also urban perimeter will increase. The quality of life of the people will improve also. This is normal, but unplanned urbanization has a huge negative impact on natural and human resources. So in the end, I will say that in order to maintain the quality of natural and human resources of the city planning must be done and proper preservation of natural resources and providing better life to the people. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Sir, this part will be Shubham Kumar Roy will tell about it.
Hello, sir. As per change detection analysis, there is no issue. But when we are preparing the land use land cover maps, then we are taking lots of attributes. So as per when we are trained that the urbanization sector, there is a basically we are classified as a build up area. But in case when we are classified the land use land cover map, then we are also summarize the fact of settlements, industrial belt, road, railway, those kind of things are also classified particularly. In case we are establishment of the build-up area, then the rate of the build-up area as per their settlements is decreases. But that particular scenario, the industrialization is rapidly changed. But when we are change detection, the particular part of settlements, that the rate of decreases due to that the particular phase are recession period. That the recession is the yes. I think there is a color issue have been established. I think so. So I must be check on that particular part. Thank you, sir.
Sir, 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 I have a question for in this group. The group A, I have a question. The value is R square. What is R square? You know, all the participants, you know what is R square?
Yes, sir.
What is R square? Please explain.
Correlation coefficient value.
Correlation coefficient. What is the R square value? In the first cases, you see the value is 0.46, and second, this is the this is not clearly show. I think this is 0.18. This
0.18,
value
yes, sir.
justify your graph.
Because sir, we are basically interpret those things, the impact of urbanization and the impact in particular field of vegetation. So as per our vegetational record at the data of forestry, that the western Bardhaman has the less vegetation cover previously, but due to process of afforestation by the present government of that time, the CPIM government, they plant. Because R square value mainly shows the interrelationship between two variables. Then when we are
Just answer like that. That R squared is R squared is indicating the relationship between two factors. Just tell like that. No need to discuss all that things.
yes, sir.
Or sir, another question. The your title is change detection, but in case here we see you change in 3 decades, 1992, 2021, or for 3 decades. Okay, there is no table to show the increasing table or decreasing table in year wise. Which factors are increases or which factors are decreases? You show only for 2 factors, settlements and vegetation, but other factors are decreases or increases or same. We have not to show. Please show your table also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes, Shubham. Just add tables that you can show who are the invigilator tomorrow. They will see what parameters are changing. Okay. And
Okay, sir.
one observation is of mine is today all of you presenting offline. That is why all of you just most of your group members are just studied all which are written. Okay, tomorrow it will be offline mode. You have to present without seeing the lines. You can see, but not just you just read it all that line here. But tomorrow it will not be possible. So be more prepared. Masood, Mortaza, and Atikur, be more prepared. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
No, sir. Jayanto, are you there? Jayanto
Yes,
Burman?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, Jayanto, you are the group leader.
No, sir, I'm not leader, but our group is Group C, not B, sir, actually.
Oh, okay. Who is the leader of Group B?
Sir, I am the group leader of Group B.
Okay. Sushmita, start
Yes, sir.
presentation.
Good evening to all of you. Imanur sir will share our presentation. Please, sir. I am Shushmita Barman and going to present our dissertation, Spatio-temporal dynamics of urban land use applying change detection technique, spatial reference to settlement growth for Asansol Municipal Corporation.
Imanur
This work is conducted.
will present. Okay, now it is okay.
This
Sorry,
work is conducted by me and Chandra Barman, Saurav Adhikari, Joydev Chandra Sarkar, MD Imanur Islam, Priyanka Roy, Shomujit Mondal, and Tanvir Hassan, students of certificate and diploma course of Geoinformatics, Kochbar College. And this project was under supervised by Dr. Tapun Kumar Das, Nodal Officer, UGC Skill Course of Geoinformatics, Kochbar College, and Mr. Dipankar Saha, Faculty of UGC Skill Course of Geoinformatics. Our research work has been summarized in few content and including introduction, study area, objectives, data source and methodology, result and discussion, conclusion and references. As we know that, sir, next slide please. As we know that land use is influenced by different anthropogenic factors at different scale. It mainly includes economic, cultural, political, historical, and land tenure. Land use is referred to as man's activities and various uses which are current on land. Recent technological advances made in domains of spatial technology causes considerable impact on planning activities. This domain of planning is some importance for country like India, with varied geographic patterns, cultural activities, etc. The purpose of using GIS is that map provide an added dimension to data analysis, which brings us one step closer to visualizing the complex pattern and relationship that characterize real world planning and policy problems. Visualization of spatial pattern also support change analysis, which is important is monitoring of social indicators. This in turn should result in improving need assessment. According to Malcott and Pangleton, in general, remote sensing consider following four aspects of change detection. Number one is detect the change. Number identify the nature, and number three is measure the areal extent of change, and number four is assess the spatial pattern of change. And the next slide. the location of our study area. In our dissertation work, we choose Asansol Municipal Corporation area.
Okay, Shushmita.
As-
No need to
Yes,
discuss
sir.
that. Please go forward and present very precisely. If you actually use more than 5 minutes for only introduction, then how will you present the entire thing? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Ah,
Okay, sir. I
okay.
And the next place in location of our study area. In our dissertation
You
work,
have
we
already
choose.
told you have already told that your location is Asansol municipality. That's all. Go to the next
Okay, sir.
slide.
And that's all. Next slide will. Hello.
Yes, continue, Sushmita. Please continue.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello.
Yes, Sushmita, you are audible. Please continue.
Nana,
That next slide will discuss another group member, Priyanka Roy. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I will discuss the objectives parts, and objectives are to create a land use, land cover classification, and classification scheme to determine the trend, nature, rate, location, and magnitude of land use and land cover change, to generate data on land consumption and rate and land absorption coefficient, since more emphasis is placed or built upland, to evaluate the socio-economic implications of predicted change. Uh, Next part will elaborate my another group member Tanvir Hassan. Thank you.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present the part of our project work in this seminar. Especially thanks the Honorable Examiner, Nodal Officer, Trainer, and our Supervisor. Data collection was the important part of this project. For the study, Landsat satellite images of Asansol municipality were acquired two epochs, 2001 and 2021. Both 2001 and 21 were obtained from USGS Earth Explorer. We have taken two types of data from USGS website. These are Landsat 7 and Landsat 8. Data of production of Landsat 7 was 26 October 2001. WRS path 139, WRS row was 44, and scale was 30 meters.
no need to elaborate that. We are seeing the entire information. Next.
Now I am requesting our group member Somojit Mondo to present the next presentation.
Good evening, my respected teacher and my friends. I am very much pleased to present a part of our research topic, which is known as spatial temporal dynamic of urban land use applying change direction technique, special reference to settlement growth for Asansol Municipal Corporation. I will cover methodology and software use part. Methodology is a systematic process for purpose of a research work. Basically, we are classified methodology into three categories: pre-field, field, and post-field. At the first stage, we acquired comprehensive knowledge of our study area from various sources, basically government, non-government, public, and unpublished data records, spatial and non-spatial data. After the first stage, collection primary data, basically picture collection, unstructured questionnaires, oral interviews about population for perception on the process of rapid urbanization. At the end of the research, collection various data from various sources. Those data are sorted for our purpose of the study. Preparing maps and diagrams, analyze and interpret those maps and diagrams to fulfill our objectives. Here, we have taken 4 parameters for our research work, which is topographical and soil data, weather data, socio-economics data, and satellite data. Next topics. Next slide, please. Statistical software such as MS Excel, image processing, map making using software like QGIS and ArcGIS. Other software such as Google Earth, MS Word helps a lot to construct our research work. Next slide will be discussed Chandana Bourbon. Thank you.
And my classmates discuss part of physiography and socioeconomics. So physiography is a class.
Chandana, no need to give the definition of physiography. Just tell what is the physiography you have seen or you have explored. No need to give the definition of physiography, okay?
Geography, climate, soil are the most important physiographic features. First, Asansol subdivision lies on a liaison zone between the Chotanagpur Plateau of Jharkhand and the Ganga Brahmaputra alluvial plain in the north and northeastern part. The region is exposed to the Gondwana sedimentary rock and meta sedimentary rock and Rajmahal basalt as the part of the Jharkhand plateau. The eastern part, the district gradually slopes down of the plain. The part from the by on the and the broken the
প্রেজেন্টেশনের উপরে ইয়ে ব্লকটা সরাও, কে প্রেজেন্ট করছে ইমানুর? হ্যাঁ, এটা খেয়াল করো। ওকে, নেক্সট
soil is the most information about local soil structure is an important aspect for agricultural sector and farmland. Harvesting strongly depends on soil characteristics like porosity, permeability, etc.
What is the soil character you have seen? Just tell me.
As per the character,
Don't discuss the importance of the soil. Discuss what soil you are seeing and what you are presenting. What are the importances?
Okay, sir. The district is concerned. A significant part is covered with the coarse, sandy, loamy type with an amalgamation of alluvial and very loose in terms of texture and tightness is prone to erosion. Next is climate. The climate of these districts is characterized by an offensive hot summer, high humidity and nearly all the year round and well-distributed rainfall during the monsoon season. The average temperature of the year is 6 degrees and the average rainfall millimeters.
Next slide, Imanur. Next slide.
And that high access to majority of this also the important in here
just tell us the two FCC of different times. Why have you given the two FCC of different time? What?
Sir, sorry for interrupt. This one is not our final presentation.
Huh?
And sir, this one is not our final presentation. Maybe wrongly said.
Don't tell this. You are presenting and you are telling this is not final presentation. So why are you presenting it? Stop the presentation, okay? Then stop. If it is not final, then why are you presenting it? Next slide.
Next slide will present by our member Joy.
And Chandana, you just prepare yourself very nicely. Next.
Good evening to all of you. I will now discuss true color composite and false color composite. First, we come to what a true color composite. This true color composite can also be called natural color composite, because what we see, what the naked eye, like the color of plants in green, then water is blue. So when we create an image with the color, then we call that color composite true color composite. Here we say true color composite RGB means red or for R, green for G, blue for B. These are the three basic color. When we show an image in actual color with these three colors, we will can call it true color composite. Now we understand this with the help of an example. For example, water body is blue, vegetation is green, red soil is red, which means that color we are showing in that color with different bands is true color composite. This true color composite again sometimes hinders the beautiful presentation of a picture or image. For example, the Sundarban area has green forest as well as rivers and water bodies. This means that true color composite has some limitations which can be shown in false color. Somewhere blue and green can be these two colors side by side. The human eye cannot easily understand these two colors because their wavelength are very close, such as blue wavelength 0.4 micrometer to 0.5 micrometer and green's wavelength 0.5 micrometer to 6 micrometer. Therefore, it is more important to use false color composite to interpret or understand a satellite image correctly.
In this true color composite, what does the red color show?
Yes, sir.
In this true color composite, what does the red color show?
Hello, sir.
এই ট্রু কালার কম্পোজিটে লাল কালারটা কি বোঝাচ্ছে, কি দেখাচ্ছে?
Sir, false color, sir. FCC.
FCC, but you have written true color composite in the title. Is it true color or FCC? জয়দেব,
Yes, sir.
আমি বলছি তুমি যেটা দেখাচ্ছ এখন এখানে বলছো ট্রু কালার কম্পোজিট, তাহলে এই যে লাল কালারটা কি বোঝাচ্ছে?
Sir, FCC, sir.
FCC, তাহলে উপরে লিখেছে কেন ট্রু কালার কম্পোজিট?
Sir, presentation.
ওদের লিখেছে তো ট্রু কালার কম্পোজিট। এই দীপঙ্কর বা অভিজিৎ এটা দেখে নিস তো। ওকে, নেক্সট প্লিজ।
Sir, sorry for interrupt. This one is not our final presentation.
Again,
Wrong.
Sushmita, please You are not allowed to tell next. Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today, I will discuss about the land use and land cover distribution of Asansol Municipal Corporation area in between 2001 and 2021. Firstly, I can say that the objective of the study forms the basis of all analysis carried out in this chapter. The results are presented in forms of map, charts, and statistical tables. The included the statistic change and the projected land use land cover of each class. In this slide, the table shows the land use land cover categories and distribution in 2001 and 2021 shown in percentage. In the next slide, a pie chart also shown following above the table showing the distribution of the categories. And the next slide, we can say see the LULC map of 2001, where we can found that the major categories such as the settlement area, which is covered 18.25% of respect to total area, barren lands which covered 44.27%, and vegetation covered 24.30% area respect to the total area. In the next slide, we see the land use land cover map of 2021, where we can clearly see the change of distribution of categories. In 2021, settlement covered 25.55% area, barren land has 45.92% area, and vegetation 15.34% area. In the next slide, we can show the change detection of Asansol Municipal Corporation in between 2001 and 2021. Here we can see the spatial expansion of the city area in respect to 2001. Industrial area has also grown in 2021. The vegetation cover here lost by 8.96% in respect to 2001. Settlement has gained 7.3% in between 2001 and 2021. The river area and wetland area lost by 2.9% in between 2001 and 2021. The next point will elaborate by MD Imanur, sir.
Thank you. Good evening, respected sir. At first, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to present the part. Our positive talk in this seminar, this is especially I'm thanking, I am honorable, my honorable examiner, nodal officer, trainer, and our respected sir. I'm Imanul Islam, going to present conclusion of this research talk with all of your permission. In this research talk, ability of GIS and research and remote sensing in capturing spatial temporal data has been demonstrated. A beautiful attempt has been made to capture as accurate as possible by taking 7 LULC classes which change through time. These 7 classes were distinctly produced for each study year, and changes has been shown clearly as per the objectives of the research work. This research work not only focuses on physiographic aspect but also focuses on anthropogenic aspect of Asansol Municipal Corporation. By the research work, we can see the changes in the data of climate, soil, demography, even in road network and communication, and the covering area of the industry also. These all results are presented by using beautiful and elaborative maps, charts, and statistical table, which may help in planning the area in further time or in further study also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. The floor is open for taking question. If anybody have any question, you can tell. You can tell now. Any question?
Yes, sir. Group B, your presentation is very poor. Please attention your presentation. or group leader Sushmita, you interrupted in several times. You say that your presentation is not to final. That tomorrow is final, or we are recorded it to send to university or record ourselves. Please be careful and please show your first slide, first title page. Is there a title is divided in two colors? This is wrongly presented or this is the presentation is very low. Please to see your title, this is the spatio-temporal dynamics reference. This is one line and another line is detection technique. Please see it and please question mark all your maps and graphs. The headings of all the slides are clearly wrong. All of them are. Most of the case.
Actually, the color and the size of the title would be different and very attractive. Is that it?
Okay, sir.
Okay, and I think another thing, in one slide there are 3 or 4 maps. Don't give. In a slide, give only one map. In that 9, yes, there are how many maps? 3 maps. Why? You give one map in one slide. Understand? And another observation, I think 1 or 2 or 3 students were very much careful for presenting it, but some of you are not so much careful. And Chandana and Joydev, please be careful. And I am actually urging you to take more interest in this work. Thank you very much. Dipankar sir, have you any question?
No, sir.
Okay.
Group B, just try to correct what both of the sir has suggested to all of you, to your group. Please correct it. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. Now I may request the next group C. Who is the team leader of group C?
Yes, sir. Myself, Bhaskar Dev, sir.
And Shomojit has left from this platform. Nobody is allowed to left. Okay.
Sir,
Yes,
sir.
Sir, network issue, sir. No left, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon. Good evening, everyone. We are the student of certificate and as well as diploma first semester course in geoinformatics of our Coach Bihar College under Coach Bihar Pancharan Barma University. Myself, Bhaskar Dev, and my fellow group members are Bornali Roy, Sudeep Das, Joyanto Bormon, Anup Narayan Mojumdar, Joyashree Bishwas. First of all, I would like to thank to our honorable teachers for giving us an opportunity to present today's dissertation, and also I would like to thank all the teachers, guests and fellow students for being here with us. Today's our topic of our dissertation is status of scheduled tribe population in comparison with scheduled caste population of Coach Bihar district using geospatial techniques. We are grouply presenting this dissertation with PPT, and my part is introduction and the study area. Let's start. Coach Bihar, the name is derived from 2 words, Coach and Bihar. Coach came from the name Coach tribes, that is indigenous to this area, and Bihar is derived from Sanskrit word Bihar, name means to travel. Thus, the meaning is the land through which Coach kings used to travel or roam about. The district was formerly a former princely state of India during British Raj. Coach Bihar has her great and rich history and heritage. It was former part of Kantha kingdom in 12th century, and then in 13th century to Indian independence, Koch dynasty ruled here. After independence of India, Koch Bihar became a part of India as a district of West Bengal on 12 September 1949. The district Koch Bihar is a native place of Rajbangshi scheduled caste people with majority of population. Our study is basically on scheduled caste and scheduled tribe population of this district, which is based on fully secondary data derived from census data 2011. Caste composition and caste composition or structure are very important to understand the demography of an area. In our district, there is a high concentration of scheduled caste population. That's about 50 to 50.2%. On the other hand, the scheduled type population is very negligible, around less than 1%. Our focus is to highlight the status of scheduled tribe population in comparison with scheduled caste population with the help of geospatial techniques, which is more accurate nowadays. Now the introduction part, Koch Bihar, the district is a northeastern eastern district of West Bengal.
Bhaskar, study
Yes, sir.
area introduction must be precise.
Okay, sir.
You just proceed.
Okay, sir. In the study area, the Koch Bihar, in the study area, the Koch Bihar district is the northeastern part of the state of West Bengal, and the Koch Bihar district is surrounded by
No need to tell that word. Just show the
Okay.
where the Koch Bihar is, and then
Okay.
go to the next slide.
Okay, next slide, please. The soil of the district is basically sedimentary or loamy type. There is a 5 category of soil, namely fine loamy, coarse loamy, fine coarse loamy, then fine loamy, then coarse loamy and fine loamy, and lastly coarse loamy. In the drainage system, the Koch Bihar is a large network of water bodies. In our slide, we can easily.
Next slide, Jayanto.
Jayanto, in our district, there is mostly Himalayan, mostly river. All are emerged from Himalaya and crossing the district and enter the state of Assam or neighboring country Bangladesh.
Next.
And next, our next slide is about true color composition, composite and false color composite, and this slide will covered by our fellow group member Bornali Roy. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I am Bornali Roy, a student of certificate course in geoinformatics. Today, we discuss about our group project, and some of the information has been already discussed by my group member. Now, my parts are true color composite mapping. Color and tones are the brightness level in digital image. The reflection of color tones of different materials on the art helps in identifying the surface material and also their boundaries. In this true color composite map, the dark green signifies the high vegetation, the medium or light green regions indicates the farmlands or agricultural lands, the rivers and meanders are shown in grey and white in color. With the help of this map, each object on the earth's surface is described by its own actual color. Next part is the false color composite. False color composite or the false color imaging mapping can be producing using different color combinations. The choice of a color depends on the type of the object that need to be emphasized in this image. Water bodies are mainly blue or black in color. Urbanized areas are shows white or gray or purple in color. Every characteristics or features on the earth surface habitats unique color shade. In this image, SFCC or standard false color image standard false color image is one of the which the red, green, and blue values do not correspond to the true color composite red, green, and blue values. The most commonly seen in false color image, the near infrared as a red color band, the red color as a green color band, and the green as the blue color band. In this map, the red color shows the near infrared bands. All of these red colors shows the high vegetation or green areas. The next part is the LULC or land use land cover mapping. Land cover refers to the surface cover of the ground, vegetation, urban infrastructure, water bodies, soil, etc. And the land use refers to the purpose of the land servers, for example, the recreation, the wildlife habitat, or the agricultural purpose. In this map, we can show the sandbars, the water bodies, the settlement areas, and also the agricultural or the vegetation area. The next part of our project work will be discussed by Sudeep Das.
Thank you everyone. I am Sudeep Das. Now I discussion of our work. Objectives of our work to determine position of population density and ST Coachbihar district. Differentiate the literacy rate is district. Of population. Next slide. Composition map, drainage map to use satellite data. Also create soil map through soil data. In and data. So from data the sex ratio. Next slide. Next slide, please, Ganto. We used QGIS software to create all the map and also used MS Word and MS Excel to fulfill the other tasks. We take the satellite data to Landsat 8 satellite, temperature and rainfall data to IMD, and other data to many secondary sources. The next part of our work presented by our next friend Joyanto Borman.
Good evening, respected teachers and also students of geomorphology. Now I will discuss about population density of Coachbihar district. When we move forward to know a country, one of the most indicating aspects strikes at that is populations. Even the ratio of people has its own impact in the flourishment as well as destruction of one country. We must have a clear idea about the accurate sum of people if we want to know cultural and socioeconomic status of a particular regions or a country. Well, our selected study area, Coachbihar, is basically populated with densely populated area population density equals to number of people divided by land area. That means how many people live in a particular area. Average population density of Coach Bihar is 833 people per square kilometer area. According to census 2011, we got immune population's density Dinhata 1024 people per square kilometer, and Dinhata 2 second largest 988% per square kilometer, and Coach Bihar 1 has 109% per square kilometer, the third largest population density. On the other hand, Mekligans has lowest density of 14% per square kilometer, followed by Holibari 628 per square kilometer, and Matabanga 1 683% per square kilometer. Now, subdivision-wise distribution of SC and ST population. Scheduled caste and the scheduled tribes have been specified by the presidential order issued under the provision of Article 341 and 342 of the Indian Constitution. According to a report, in West Bengal, the highest concentration of SC population is in the district of Coach Bihar, and the lowest being in the Darjeeling district. Main tribal community of West Bengal described are Santhal, Mahali, Orao, etc. And now we will see that the SC and ST population in Coach Bihar on the basis of 5 subdivisions. Here in the table, through two different color, we will try to show the highest value and lowest value. Green show the highest value of a community, and red indicating the green show the lowest value of a community, and red indicating the highest value of the community. Focusing on the ST population, Coach Bihar Sadar is on the top, 4,292 people, and Dinhata is in the below with 1,731 people. In comparison with SC population, the total number of SC people is quite satisfactory. Matabanga subdivision densely populated with 3,50,425 people, and Mekligans has low intensity, 1,63,083 people. It is easily prominent in the bar graph. ST population is very less in comparison with SC population. Now, comparison of population percentage ST and ST in Coach Bihar district. In this slide, we can see that the SC and ST population and their percentage according to the different block on the basis of overall population of Coach Bihar district. SC population percentage in Mekligans block is almost highest, 71.24%. In Coach Bihar 1, almost lowest, 39.77%. Similarly, Tufanganj block has highest SC population, 2.12%, but Holdibari block has lowest, 0.3%. Thank you. Next part, we will discuss another group member of my group.
Thank you, Jayanto. Thank you, everyone, and respected sir. I am Anup Narayan Majumdar, diploma course in Geoinformatics in Coach Bihar College. Now I discuss the comparison of population density, ST, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe in Coach Bihar district. Matabanga 2 was the highest Coach Bihar district. Matabanga 2 is a ST population density is the highest density. The map also red color we identify, and the highest ST population density is Tufanganj 2, and also lowest density Coach Bihar 1, and ST population lowest density Matabanga 1 block. Now we are discussing the part of sex ratio. Sex ratio of Coach Bihar district, Matabanga 1 block in the ST sex ratio is the highest value, or Shitai is the SC sex ratio is the highest value. Of Dinhata 2 and Coach Bihar 2 was the ST or ST population is the lowest value according to the map or graphs. Now we are discussing the part of comparison of literacy of a scheduled caste and scheduled caste population in our Coachbihar district. Now is the Mathabanga was one is the highest literacy of ST population and population literacy is Tufanganj 2 block, and also scheduled caste literacy is the highest value of Coachbihar 2 block, and Haldibai 2 is the lowest value of scheduled caste population. Now discuss the other part, the other group member. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for inviting me. I am going to discuss about the comparison between rural workers of SC and ST population in Coach Bihar district. As we can see, Mathabanga 1 has the highest concentration of SC population workers because Mathabanga 1 block has the highest number of SC population, and this block is mainly rural based area. On the other side, Haldibari has the lowest number of SC population, and Haldibari has the highest number of ST population. The next slide is about our findings. So, according to our study, Coach Bihar 2 block has the highest area as well as the highest population, but the ST and SC population mainly concentration in Mathabanga and Tufanganj 2 block, which are less developed than Coach Bihar 2 block. So, SC and ST population are till now lived in underdeveloped areas, and their development is not
You are not audible, Jayashree. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, now thank you. Jayanta, please stop the presentation.
Sir.
Yes, I think it is last. Okay. So my only one question is that the work is good, but it is very much simple and just like report, not the research. Because in methodology, you see, you have prepared only map, but what to do? What is the end product? What are the reason behind the change? You have to identify with the geospatial method. You are only telling that the ST population are concentrating still in the underdeveloped area, but why and how will you discuss? What are the methodology to identify it? Understand? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Just proceed and try to.
Sir, I have one observation. Hello.
Yes.
Okay. Overall presentation was good, but your objectives are not fulfilled in your work. That's one problem. And when you are telling that is TCC and FCC map, there is no need to talk about the rivers are coming from the Himalayan region. That is not the purpose of TCC. What Bornali said, it was okay. But Bhaskar, no need to tell what is coming and what we see. If possible, just say what is TCC and what is FCC. Just state that fact. No need to say that is rivers are coming, trees are there. Okay. Okay, Bhaskar? Okay, okay.
Now I think the last group.
Yes, sir.
Yes, this is the last group, the group D. You are welcome to present your work, and I think the head of this group is Tamanna Haq. Please start presentation.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good evening, everyone, and good evening, our respected teachers. We are the students of Group D going to present our dissertation report. I am Tamanna Haq, and my fellow group members Ronit Sarkar, Gaurav Das, Kalidas Late, Alok Sarkar, Nondeep Sarkar, SK Ali Ahmed, and Kaushik Sarkar jointly discuss on our topic. Our topic is a agricultural assessment on spatial distribution of major crops of Dakhin Dinajpur district. This is the content which consists our topics which we are going to discuss tonight. This is our introduction and why we select the study area. Agriculture, as we know, agriculture plays a dominant role in economic development. According to Census 2011, in India, almost 54.6% of total workforce engaged in agriculture and agriculture-related sector, and the contribution of GDP is 15.4%. In West Bengal, around 23% GDP is contributed by agricultural sector. Dakhin Dinajpur district is located in central part of West Bengal and lies on the lower Gangetic plain. It falls within North Bengal plain and Barendra Bhumi. There is no large industry in this district. Most of our small industries and based on the agriculture. Thus, this district mostly depends on agriculture. In this district, major proportion of total workers engaged as agricultural laborers, followed by cultivators. Here is our study area maps, and Dakhin Dinajpur district consists of 8 blocks. The objectives of our study is to analyze the concentration of principal crops in the study area for better study and planning, estimate the cropping intensity and irrigation intensity, bring out the crop combination region, and delineate the crop diversification region. Here is the methods which we applied for our study, and the methods are crop concentration, crop intensity, irrigation intensity, crop combination, and crop diversification. Our study is totally based on secondary data, and these are the sources from which we collect the data. Now I would like to request Ronit for further discussion.
Good evening, everyone. The map shows the drainage channel and soil type of this tea. There are the diagram show the average, minimum, and maximum along with the rainfall of the study area. There are the 3 main rivers in this district: A. Atrai, Punarbhaba, and Tangong. Ichamurti and Jamuna is important river. There generally flowed all rivers are from the north to south. The highest temperature rise high above 40 degrees Celsius. Most of the rainfall occurred June to September month. Most of the area, the district are covered by fine loamy soil. Next slide. The land use land cover map prepared by supervised classification and the visual interpretation has been done. The map shows are most of the land occupied by agriculture field. Man-made reservoirs are found everywhere in this district. Next part will cover by S.K. Ali Ahmed.
Respected all faculty members, now at first I discuss about number of persons engaged in agriculture in block wise of our study area, South Dinajpur. As per table and database, maximum people are agricultural labor. That is graphical representation of the pie chart. And then marginal farmer, patta labor, patta holder, borgadars come respectively. Highest number of agricultural labor and patta holder belong from the Topon district. Next slide. Then we saw the graphical presentation of block-wise distribution of cost crop area percentage of major crop in our study area, Dakshin Dinajpur, based on 2011 database and the handbook Dakshin Dinajpur districts. Here we saw the almost block 60% gross area are used for paddy cultivation. Topon block almost 80% covered area covered by used for cultivation, paddy cultivation. Then jute cultivation maximum in Kumarganj block, that is above 70%. The districts of our study area, the main crop of crop paddy and jute. Next slide. Then the block-wise production of major crops. Here, the graphical representation of production of major crops in the block of Dakshin Dinajpur districts as per statistical handbook Dakshin Dinajpur district 2011 database, secondary database. Here, paddy and jutes plays a dominant role of our research area. Almost 80% product come from paddy and jute of the districts. The main crop production for every block is paddy and jute. The production of pulse are very poor. Next slide. We know irrigation is closely associated with agriculture. Our research area irrigated by different sources of irrigation. Here, a graphical representation at table shown the river lip irrigation and shallow tube well is the main source of irrigation. Almost 50% of irrigation is done by the source. As we know, the here Punarbhava river and Atri river over the Kumarganj, Balurghat, and Gangarampur Topon blocks. Here, the river lift irrigation is the main source of irrigation of those blocks. Others blocks like Hilli, Kusmandi, and Bansihari block, main source of irrigation, shallow tube well. And other source of irrigation is deep well, tank, etc. The next slide will be discussed by our group member Olok Sarkar.
First of all, I would like to express my respect for the teachers and love for my classmates. I am presenting the chapter 4, Major Crop Concentration Zones of Dakshin Dinajpur district. First of all, need to know what is crop concentration. Crop concentration is areal density of individual crop. According to Majid Hossain, the variation in the density of crop in an area or region at a given point of time. Crop concentration in an area largely depends on its temperature, terrain, moisture, income, price, government policy, etc. The location question method is used here to get the crop concentration of Dakshin Dinajpur district. With the help of this formula, we calculate the index of crop concentration of each blocks for major crops like paddy, jute, wheat, potato, oilseed. The table showing index of crop concentration of Dakshin Dinajpur, the data derived from District Statistical Handbook 2014. Hence, the high index value represent the high concentration and low index value represent the low concentration. In the high concentration, other crops are decentralized here. On the other hand, in low concentration zone, here the concentration of other crops are occurs. Next slide. The spatial distribution of crop based on crop concentration is shown here. At first, paddy. Paddy needs a hot and humid climate. Here, the higher paddy concentration zones found in Topon, Kushmandi, and Bonsiari blocks, and medium are found in Gangarampur, Harirampur blocks, and lowest are found in eastern part of this district. Next, wheat concentration. Wheat concentration, high wheat concentration found in Balurghat block, and medium concentration found in the middle portion of this district, and lowest concentration found in Kumarganj and Hilli block. Next slide. Jute concentration. The highest jute concentration found in Balurghat, Hilli, and Kumarganj block, and medium concentration found in Kushmandi, Gangarampur, and Harirampur blocks. And the southern part shows the lowest concentration of jute. Potato, next, potato concentration. The Balurghat, Hilli shows higher concentration of potato, and the northern part of this district shows the middle concentration of potato. Harirampur and Topon has the lowest potato concentration. Next. Pulse concentration. Hilli, Kumarganj shows the higher concentration, and Balurghat, Gangarampur shows medium concentration. On the other hand, lowest concentration found in Banshihari, Harirampur, and Kushmandi and Topon block. Oilseed concentration. The high oilseed concentration found in Gangarampur, Hilli, Balurghat, and medium are found in Kumarganj, Banshihari blocks, and on the other hand, Harirampur, Topon Kushmandi consider the lowest concentration of oilseed. The rest of the chapters will be presented by our next group members.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Welcome you all, my respected teachers. My name is Gaurav Das. I am a student pursuing Geoinformatics course in diploma for these institutes. Finally, I am going to talk about the present a part of research topic in our project, Dakshin Dinajpur district. I will briefly discuss this project, crop intensity. What is crop intensity? Crop intensity is the number of a time of crops is planted per year in a given agriculture area. It is the ratio of the effective crop area harvested to the physical area. Crop intensity formula is the crop intensity is equal to gross crop area divided by net sow area into 100. The table number is the scheme crop intensity of Dakshin Dinajpur 8 block wise calculated by the Banshihari is the highest crop intensity and the Kumarganj is lowest crop intensity. The crop intensity is the study of area is classified of the three groups: high 200 above, and mid moderate 100 to 200, and low 100 below. This high two blocks including Kumarganj and Banshihari, and the moderate Gangarampur and Topon, and the fourth groups are lowest Kumarganj, Balurghat, Hilli, and Harirampur. Thus crop intensity, as the girls have to stay about it. So this brings me to end my presentation. So this brings me thank you for listening. Now the next slide, so open this discuss. Please, Kalidas.
Thank you, Gaurav. Good evening, dear respected chairs and everyone. I am so happy to get a floor here to say something about our presentation. The presentation part of my is irrigation intensity. Irrigation intensity is the proportion of total gross area to net area. Higher intensity or irrigation reflects the high ability of irrigation to crop rising. The formula of the irrigation intensity is net irrigated area into 100. After collecting the data, we divided our study area into three groups. Those are high, above 60, and mediums are between 60 to 40, and low will be less than 40.
Actually, your time has already been finished. Please precisely conclude.
Okay, sir. If we look at the irrigation intensity map, we can clearly show that the highest irrigation intensity is found in the block in Bonsihari, and the lowest irrigation intensity are Gangarampur, Kusmundi, and Hilli, and the others are part of medium irrigation intensity. Now I am hand over the presentation to Nandip Sarkar. Thank you.
Thank you, Kalidas. Good afternoon, everyone. Myself, Nandip Sarkar. The next point of our representation is crop combination. Simply, we can say that crop combination is a process to cultivating multiple crops in the same time a particular field or area. Crop combination also nurture the soil and increasing its fertility. In 1954, J.C. Weaver first developed the crop combination method for delineating agricultural region. Weaver's method is also known as the least square method of crop combination. It was based on a statistical analysis. Here, he used the variance and standard deviation method. The formula used by Weaver is SD equal to summation d square by n. The study of crop combination is an important aspect of agricultural geography. According to the 2011 census, in the block of Dakshin Dinajpur, there were present three categories of area of crop combinations. First one, monocrop combination, second, two crop combination, and last one is three crop combination. In this slide, we can see monocrop combinations area mainly found on Kashmundi Topon blocks in Dakshin Dinajpur district. Another is two crop combination. Two crop combination area found in Gangarampur, Harirampur, and Kumarganj. In this area, mainly producing paddy, jutes, and last one, third crop combination. Third crop combination area found in Balurghat and Hilli blocks. In this area, mainly producing paddy, jutes, oilseeds, etc. Now, to continue this representation, I would like to request Kaushik Sarkar. Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome all respected teachers and my classmates. Some of the information discussed my group member. I will discuss about crop diversification. What is crop diversification? Crop diversification means growing more than one crop in an area. Bhatia has evolved a simple formula by taking into account of total cropped area to make an objective measurement of crop diversification. He has taken a ratio between the area under all those crops which crop on up to 10% of the crop area. The Bhatia's third formula, percentage of total crop area under n crops, number of the crops n. Index of the diversification in inversely proportional to the degree of diversification. Higher is the value of the index. Lower will be the degree diversification. This map showing different crop diversification, high, medium, low, with different color. Balurghat and Hilli, high crop diversification. Harirampur, Bonsiram, Gangarampur, and Kumargram show medium crop diversification. And Kusmundi and Tapon is lower crop diversification. Thank you. I will like to request Tamanna Haq conclude this presentation.
From the above study, we got some following findings. There exists disparity in concentration of crops in Dakshin Dinajpur district. Paddy is the main crop that grown extensively in different block. We have seen that the Banshihari block has the highest cropping intensity with respect to highest irrigation intensity. The detailed study of crop combination reveals that the paddy, jute, and oil seed are the main three crops in Dakshin Dinajpur district. It can also be analyzed that in Balurghat and hilly blocks, the level of the crop diversification is high, and also these blocks are dominated by three crop combination cultivation. And now we have summarized following suggestion: improving the irrigation system by providing the minor irrigation facilities, practice of multiple cropping systems, the inter-block variation can be minimized if government take necessary steps, and equilateral policies for agricultural development. The state government and central government schemes like Amar Fashal, Amar Gola, Amar Dhan, Amar Chatal doubling farmer income by 2020 have to be promoted among small and marginal farmers for improvement the agricultural system. That is the bibliography. For few, these are the few literature surveyed for the study in our study. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, the all group members.
স্যার আমি বলবো স্যার আমার
Yes.
good evening respected sir. Wait Manusla, please wait please. Is any question about this topics group D, sir? ঠিক আছে স্যার, ঠিক আছে।
No question. The work is good and fine, and you have tried to use many indexes and many well-known concept of agriculture in the GIS and remote sensing field, and very nicely we have actually incorporated both the thing, but it needs more attention for betterment of this work, and I think you will do in the if you want to publish it, or if you want to actually get more coverage, you must have to take care of it. That's all. Next, please.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay. Is this last?
Yes sir, yes sir.
Okay. So
Good evening respected sir and everyone. I am Manusla, pursuing diploma in geoinformatics course in reputed Coachbihar College under Coachbihar Panchanan Burma University. I am so happy to get a chance here to say something. I am trying to share something. Please take it easy if there are any mistakes. Finally, I am going to talk about
Manoj, due to actually low bandwidth, your presentation is not visible to us, and neither your voice is coming. Manoj,
population, low literacy and very low level of industrial growth. Objective of the area, what are the characteristics of agriculture of Dakshin? Being out the crop combination, applied mention
methodology of our any study area, special distribution of major co-op combination by Weber method 1954. Low magnitude co-op diversification finds in my northernmost and southern part of the study area. The detailed analysis of combination of the study area reveals that paddy, jute, and oilseed are the main crop Dakshin Dinajpur district. The interblock variation can only be minimized if the government takes necessary steps and form equilateral policy for the agriculture development of the district. আমার লাইট গুলো ওর কোয়ালিটি চাই স্যার একটু শেয়ার করছি শর্ট টাইমের মধ্যে বানিয়েছিল
Manush Laha, can you hear me? Manush Laha? Hello? Tamanna, can you hear me, Tamanna?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Tamanna, do one thing. Just provide your location map to Manush Laha because I have already told him to change his location map. I think he didn't manage to change it because in that map in India there is mistakes in Jammu Kashmir and Ladakh. Provide your map. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Sir, are you there, sir? Sir. Hello.
Yes,
And I think it is better that Manushla you join group D while present.
Yes. My question is also Dipankar sir. To Manushla, please you do not share your screen or do not share your presentation. Your presentation very low, but both topic are same. You join the group D.
You just join the group and you just take 2 or 3 slides. Then it will be better for both the invigilator as well as you. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Next time আর এরকম হবে না স্যার ঠিক আছে
Okay, I think there is no more presentation. Manoj, thank you for your actually endeavor.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And is there anybody left to present?
Oh.
Is there anybody left? No. Okay. Thank you. So at the conclusion, I want to invite our teacher, Mr. Dipankar Saha. If you tell 1 or 2 sentences or any thought about this entire presentation, Dipankar Saha, if you share your
Yes, sir.
impression. Okay.
Overall the presentation was good, but the fact is everybody presenting while switch off their video. Nobody has opened their video and everyone just reading their lines
and also the sir is also not opening his video.
Sir, I'm just giving my impression. I'm not giving presentation. That is why I didn't open.
Okay. Go on.
Just my suggestion to all of you present in very well mannered way because it's a group presentation. Suppose you have 7 or 8 members in your group and 2 or 3 members are doing very well and others 3 or 4 are not doing well. Then this effect will be on all of the members of the group. So be prepared. You have 2 or 3 more hours today, and as well as you can get time to prepare tomorrow as well. Take some time, and if it is possible, just write down what you want to say. Just go through it. Then you just present. Okay, and the situation will be lots different tomorrow because it will be offline. Lots of teachers will be there and your classmates will also be there. Okay, so be prepared. Okay, that's all from my side.
Thank you. Now,
Thank-
may I invite the another teacher, Mr. Abhijit Sen, please.
Okay, thank you. All the groups members are very good, but some cases some members are not good well for their presentation, and one group is very poor quality their presentation. Please be prepared. Or I think all are good, and be careful for your presentation. Tomorrow is your final day. Okay, be prepared. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Sen, for your advice to the students. And at the conclusion, I want to tell one or two things. First, that you are working on any topic and using our new technology, that is remote sensing and GIS. But one thing, keep in your mind that you are working a research work. So each and every research work must have at least one problem. So in your work, nobody, no actually no group have written the problem of their study. Then literature review, then objectives, then methodology, finally the result and discussion. No, not finally, result and discussion, and finally the conclusion or suggestion. So without any problem, no research work will be relevant. So in the next time when you work on any topic, you must write a problem. That problem will be actually explained or explored, and the solution will be suggested by you as a researcher using your technology, using your methodology. So without it, no research work will be the complete one. So this is my suggestion to our students. And second thing is that just think very precisely one or two facts. Don't work any unnecessary work. If there is no relation of soil map, then don't put soil map. But if it is needed, you must put it. So your work must be problem and objective oriented. Unless and until any map or any fact is required, then don't put it in your presentation and don't tell it. Then your presentation will be very precise and to the point. My dear students, your presentations and your endeavor is very commendable, and I am very proud of you for learning a lot in the last 6 months efforts, because you have not got the offline teaching throughout the time, but your teachers are very dedicated and you are also interested. That's why it is possible, or it is possible to actually organize this type of presentation or seminar, which is the product of this 6 months. So thank you very much to our dear students and also teachers. I think you will actually success in your life with this technology. Thank you very much. And with this seminar presentation is ended. Thank you all and good
you,
night
sir.
to all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Good night, sir. Good night, sir.
Thank you, sir.